little late to doing a reset. Normally, you know, people reset for the year, get everything in order. January 1st, when I'm filming this, it's like January 20th. But that's okay. I cleaned my entire home this morning. The only thing left I need to do cleaning wise in my home is give Phineas a bath, and that's not even home related, that's just my child needs a bath, but we're gonna do that later tonight. I want to go through all of my books and unhaul a bunch. I went through all of my clothes last night. I didn't include any clips of that this morning because I was like rage cleaning out my entire closet at 1 in the morning last night. I went through all my clothes, purged a lot of things that I don't want, don't use, don't need anymore, and I walked into the living room to grab my cup of tea that I left in here, and I was like, I think I want to do that with my books. I have this feeling in my body where it's just like, get rid of it. Get rid of it. Especially books that I don't like. I've always kept books that I didn't like on my shelf. But right here, right now, I want to purge a lot of this stuff. I am moving out of this house sometime in the next few months. My lease will be up. So I am starting to clean out my guest room specifically. We're going to go through all the ones that I just carried in. Those. See which ones I'm going to get rid of. Actually, you know what? No. We're going to start with this shelf first so that if there's space, which there's plenty of space on this bookshelf, but I won't put ugly books on this bookshelf. That's a mean thing to say. I need this bookshelf to stay aesthetically pleasing because this is the room that I spend the most time in my home. Some of these I am going to be selling on Pango Books. Not all of the ones that I mentioned today because some of these were gifted to me. So I will be also donating some, but I'll link my Pango below if you want to buy any of the books that I get rid of. They might be on there. The Paris apartment, gone. Don't want it. Don't like it. Goodbye. One Star Romance, gone. I tried to read like a chapter of this book. I got this with Book of the Month a couple months ago. I tried to start it and I was like, I'm not in the mood. I'm not in the mood. I was not vibing with it from the start, and honestly, I don't think I'm ever going to read this, so gone. The Last Word. I did not like this. I did not like this. Ass. You again. I have no business. No. We're getting rid of this. This is the most gorgeous cover ever, but I did not like this book in the slightest. If I'm being completely honest with you, this might sound really rude. I thought the main character was insufferable. The more that I think about it, the more insufferable I found her. That is so mean. We're getting rid of both. Because why do I have 2 copies of books that I don't even like? I'm feeling good. Ready or Not is gone. That's gone. I didn't like this one either. These covers. Oh no. I think that might be all the books on this shelf that I want to get rid of. I've read a majority of these, and then the few that I haven't read on here, I see myself reading them in the future, so I really shouldn't get rid of them. The only one that I'm kind of hung up on at the moment is We Came to Welcome You, but I think I actually want to read this. This is a horror novel. I'm going to keep it. That's the only one that I'm sitting here like, should I? Should I not? That was not that hard. But like I said, this is my favorite shelf in my home. Most of the books I put on here anyways, I really, really like them. Let's go through all the ones that I brought in from my other room. Down here. Keep Pile, All Too Well by Corinne Michaels. Even though this is named after a Taylor Swift song, I'm still going to keep it. Corinne actually reached out and sent this book to me a while back, and I would like to read it eventually. I have never read any books by Corinne Michaels before, but I see her all over my Kindle, so we're going to keep that. Mine to Take, Natasha Madison. I don't know if I've read this one. I've read a few Natasha Madison books, and they are just thoughts, just vibes books. So we're keeping. Guys, I have to keep it. Guys, I have to keep it. You want to see why? Oh, no, I don't. Oh, no, I don't. Oh, no, I don't. I feel like I need to keep this for nostalgic purposes because, oh God, I did read this at the beginning of my reading journey and ate it up. I have to keep it for nostalgic purposes. I'm sorry. Keep. This one I really want to get rid of, but I think this one has my book stamp in it. Oh, it does! Damn it. What if I just cut it out? What if I just cut it out? We're gonna keep it. Keep. I have yet to read a J. Daniels book, but I have heard specifically this one, The Tragedy of Felix and Jake, is really good. So we're keeping those. Royal Holiday. I am actually going to get rid of this because I read this last holiday season and I did not like it. This just didn't make me feel like anything. And I did like the characters, but I also just... We're going to get rid of that one. Wreck the Halls, keeping. I didn't get to it this holiday season, but hopefully I'll get to it next year. Lord of the Flies, shut the f up. This is from high school. The Sun and Her Flowers. When did I fucking buy this? We're gonna keep it because whatever. Not the Crucible. That's also from high school. Beowulf, also from high school. I have to keep them. Things We Never Got Over. I have to keep it. I have to keep it. Also, are you guys noticing the dust that is flying off these books? It's because they've been on the bottom of that bookshelf in my guest room. Keeping. The Hobbit. I'm actually getting rid of... No, it has my book stamp in it. Should I tell you story time? Story time! Anytime I've spoken to a man, they always make me watch The fucking Hobbit. I have no, like, bad juju with The Hobbit other than the fact that, like, every man makes me watch The Hobbit. It starts with us. This is gonna have my book stamp in it. Are you fucking kidding me? Keep, I guess. Meet Me Under the Mistletoe. If this doesn't have my book stamp in it, I think I'm gonna sell this because I bought this on Pango Books last year and I don't think I'm ever going to read this or enjoy this author. Taylor read another book by this author and she did not like it. And Taylor and I tend to like be similar in a lot of ways. I'm gonna get rid of this one. Cute. We'll read this eventually. Need to sell this. Need to sell this because I tried to read this last year. Wait, no. I tried to read another book by this author last year and it was giving misogynistic. It was giving... That's it, actually, just misogynistic. Most women don't want the ranch life or the surly, silent cowboy who comes with it. Why is he giving pick me? Why is he giving pick me boy? Fine with him. He'd rather have the quiet of a roaring fire and the company of his dogs. Not this girl being found unconscious by him. Mary Inkmas by Talia Hibbert. This one's not a fan fave of mine, but I'm gonna keep it. No, I'm not. I'm gonna sell this. I didn't love this novella. Most of All You. I don't think I liked this one that much. Is this the one about the stripper? Only love can mend a shattered heart. Yeah, that. Oh, Heather. Oh, Heather. Oh, I feel like we're going through the archives. I feel like these are literally the archives that have to be dusted off because why did I annotate the fuck out of the cheat sheet and I didn't even like this book? I saw an out of context quote on TikTok. Girl. And that's why I went to Target and bought this book and I annotated the fuck out of it. My annotation tabs, one for I relate ... sadly, and usually I highlighted not for the FMC of the book, but for the MMC's girlfriends at the beginning of the book because the FMC is the guy's girl best friend. So I was relating on the other end where I was like, what the fuck? He's always like, you don't have to worry about her. And I'm sitting here like, and then Remember. I don't know what that's about, but whatever. A couple Kat Singleton books. Has anybody read Ick Factor? If so, can you tell me your thoughts? The book is really, really big. Where's a normal size book? Very large. I've read and enjoyed one book by Morgan Elizabeth before, and it was the Christmassy one. Not the 'Tis the Season for Revenge. I didn't like that one. It was the other Christmassy one. But I have yet to try another one of her books. I need to try this one. Majority of these behind me I'm actually gonna keep. Yeah, I'm keeping all of these. A lot of these I just got. I think I should get rid of Unrooted. I don't think I'm ever gonna like or go back to this book. I tried to read it for that video, if you guys remember, and I was just not in it. Should I keep it and maybe give it another shot? I just don't think this is the type of book for me. I don't think I like it or I will like it. I probably need to also get rid of another book by this author that I have over there, The Deadly Education. If I don't like that one, I probably won't like the other one either. That's it out of this room because I'm keeping the rest of these. Let's move on to the other room, shall we? Might be a little dark over here, but that's okay. Should I get rid of Deadly Education? This was recommended to me if you liked Ninth House, so I feel like I shouldn't. I should give Naomi Novik one more shot, so I will keep it. I would love to get rid of The Simple Wild because I did not like this book, but I annotated it. Anybody want an annotated copy who loves this book? Hit me up. It doesn't have my book stamp in it. It's just annotated. I'm getting rid of this. I'm never gonna read this. I'm getting rid of this. I DNF'd this. And can't technically sell an Assistant to the Villain arc. So if you really, really like this book, message me or comment and I'll send it to you. I feel like I'm being too nice. Actually, no, it's probably a good thing I'm being too nice because I would end up regretting if I was too harsh. I would like come back and look at my books in a few days after I had gotten rid of them and would be pissed that I got rid of, you know, all my books. I go too crazy. The only one I'm going to get rid of out of this list, this Riley Sager book. I'm not really a Riley Sager fan, but Georgia is, so I'm going to give this to her. And then House of Glass. The only reason why I got this book was because I had an additional credit, and so I just went ahead and picked another book. I ripped it. I'm getting rid of this. I'm not going to read this one. And that's it over here. Wow. Oh, This Spells Love can go. But I don't have the... But I don't have the book sleeve, but this one can go too. Last bookshelf we have is in here. I don't think I'm ever going to read Imogen, obviously. So I think we're going to go ahead and get rid of this one. Planes, Trains, and All the Feels. I also don't think I'm ever going to read this. This is also an arc, so if you want it, hit me up. I don't think I'm ever going to read that. I don't think I'm ever going to read that. That's kind of it over here. Let's go see how many books I'm going to get rid of in total. Hopefully I won't crash out again tonight and get rid of more. There's so much going on here. Look at this. Oh, fin stretching. So much going on here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 18, 19, 20. We're only getting rid of 20. That's really nothing crazy. I do need to do a little bit of reorganizing with this bookshelf now just so it looks full. And then the rest of these books, I'm going to take them to the bookshelf in the back room, especially the ones that I don't love the covers. Currently listening to The Winter People. I actually just started it on audio because it's available on Spotify, and I haven't listened to an audiobook on Spotify in a while. I need to be listening to audiobooks on there to take advantage of that premium membership, you know? I've been wanting to read that book anyways, and the narrator is pretty good. Pretty good. So I started that a couple hours ago, and it's not scary. Not yet. I'm hoping it gets a little bit more down to business. Book-wise, I'm not reading any physical book, but on my Kindle, I am finishing up A Love Most Fatal. I think I might try to read till 75% tonight, and then I want to start another book later. I've been reading this book since January 1st, and when I read a book for that long, I'm a binge reader. I prefer to like start a book, finish it in like 3 days. If I prolong it, it's a little bit more difficult for me. Well, it's not difficult for me. I don't know how to explain it. Do you want to come up here? Come here. Go. We'll probably read 20 more pages of this and then we'll start something else. I don't know what else I want to start though. I need to take pictures of these books and list them on Panko.